Welcome back out again to Albany as we get set for our final broadcast game of the night, 4 of 22 here on the week. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Hope you bring you tonight's broadcast of the number 3rd-seeded Princeton Tigers and the 6th-seeded South Harrison Bulldogs. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz of Albany and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. Blessed Nest of Bethany. Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany. And Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany. Remember, tonight's pregame is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. All right, Mike, we saw a couple of blowouts in the first two games. Last game was a very good one between the 4 and 5 seeds. Now we have a matchup between the 3 and 6 seed Princeton Tigers and South Harrison Bulldogs.
Yeah, you know, that one of the things that you will see tonight out of Princeton, one of the premier scorers in the area, in Preston Thomas. I think he had a big tournament last year from a standpoint of scoring anyway. This was really, I would guess, a really hard tournament to seed on the boys' side. I mean, you've got Platte Valley that's head and shoulders beyond everybody else. I mean, you're the returning state champion with a couple of 3 players back off of that team.
And then you get the addition of South Nottoway players as well.
And plus you end up with the Northstein kid from South Nottoway who really athletic and really helped off the bench tonight. But then from 2 through 6, you really had a tough way to go here. I mean, Pattonsburg, I think if Cameron Jones was healthy, I think Pattonsburg is maybe a clear number 2 seed. But with him out, you know, where do you go? We saw good things out of Stanbury Worth County last year. Princeton with Thomas, and they're athletic.
Now, I wouldn't mention Stanbury too much because remember, it was Stanbury that won on that last second shot against South Harrison last year. So,
but and then you go to South Harrison's a 6 seed with some of the kids they've got back. I mean, Luke Carnes inside. You've got the Haffey kid that plays extremely hard. The one thing you might wonder about with South Harrison is they did go a little ways in postseason football, and you wonder maybe they just haven't had as much time on the floor as some of the other teams in the tournament. Now, Pattonsburg's going to be in a similar situation. And so that's maybe one of the things you hold out. This is a really good tournament, 2 through 6.
All right, we will let Derek Brown take it away with your announcement of your starters here for this game between the number 3-seeded Princeton Tigers and the number 6-seeded South Harrison Bulldogs.
And now the starters for this 9-15 matchup in this 81st Albany Invitational. The visitors on the scoreboard will be South Harrison. Will announce their starters first. Number 3, Cale Weller. Number 4, Colin Haffey. Number 5, Austin Lasher. Number 23, Braden Sunderman. And number 32, Lucas Carnes. The Bulldogs are coached by Cale Watson, assisted by Chris Schoen and Kylie Watson. Now the starters for the home team on the scoreboard, Princeton Tigers, number 0, Austin Kelly. Number 5, Zeb Schwarzkopf. Number 11, Preston Thomas. Number 23, Owen Schreffler. Number 33, Colton Estes. The Tigers are coached by Damon Collins, assisted by Ethan Stickle.
So, Mike, one of the things that we saw last year was Zeb Schwarzkopf and Owen Schreffler coming off the bench to provide good minutes for Princeton, now both in the starting lineup this year.
Well, I kind of remember those kids last year, but I remember them being not necessarily Estes, but the other kids. Schwarzkopf has grown substantially.
Yes.
A lot of them have filled out. I mean, this is going to be an athletic bunch. It
As
should be a great matchup from an athletic standpoint.
As we prepare for tonight's tip-off, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Shotes in Albany for your Shotes tip-off. It'll be Braden Sunderman and Preston Thomas for the opening tip, and it'll be Princeton that will win the tip. Bringing it across, here is going to be Austin Kelly. Princeton wearing their home white uniforms with blue lettering outlined in black. South Harrison wearing their road purple uniforms with white lettering outlined in black. Shot from three, up and good as Owen Schreffler knocks it down from behind the arc.
Nice start by the Tigers, and that's a good-looking three by Schreffler.
Haffey will give this one off to Wellers. He'll bring it across. Again, Cale Weller's older brother Cody was the point guard for was the point guard for South Harrison last year as a starter. Right wing this time to Lasher. Sending it across here to Haffey. Back up again to Weller. Left wing Haffey. Back up again to Weller at the top of the key. Right wing this time now for Lasher. Back again to Weller as he'll drive in. Right wing Lasher, and a travel going to be called here against South Harrison.
Well, Lasher did it. Just got a little early jump. I was getting ready to say Bulldogs are going to have to collapse that zone, and one way to do it is to drive into the gaps, and Lasher did it. Just got a little bit of an early start before he put the ball down.
Kelly with the basketball as he brings it across for Princeton. Leaves it off now for Estes up at the top of the key. Right wing to Thomas. He'll put up a shot from three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made by South Harrison. Weller brings it across, leaves it off for Lasher. Into the corner now for Weller. And I'll bring it up to Lasher up at the top key, left wing Haffey. Back to Lasher, right wing Weller. Back up again here to Lasher, over again to Wellers. He'll try and drive in. Goes up and under and can't get it to fall, but Carnes is there with the rebound. He goes up good for two.
Luke does a good job of carving out some space. That's a nice take by Weller.
And quickly answering back is Colton Estes. 5-2. Just about 2 minutes here into the ball game.
Tigers are starting a 2-2-1 press, back to a 2-3 zone themselves. Bulldogs in a man-to-man defense.
Kelly leaves it off for Thomas. He'll go up and can't get it to fall, but it's going to go right to the hands that time of Zeb Schwartzkopf, and he can't get it to go either.
A little bit of a frustration foul by Thomas. Had a couple of looks, just hasn't gotten him to drop so far.
Cale Weller will give this one off this time for Haffey. Back again to Weller. He'll send it across now for Lasher, trying to bring it into Carnes. And the travel will be called here against the Bulldogs on a 30-second Petty John Alma Center timeout. Taken here by South Harrison. We're back with more in just a moment.
School Spirit with the BTC Bank Mascot debit card. Choose a school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 ways to get your school mascot card today. They can instantly issue a card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Welcome back out again here to Albany, 5-2. Princeton with the lead here over South Harrison. Princeton with the basketball. 5:28 left to play here in the first. It'll be the senior Austin Kelly bringing it across the timeline. Over the right wing this time now for Estes. He'll leave it off for Zeb Schwartzkopf as he'll fly in. Now brings it back out for Thomas. Thomas shot from three from the right wing. Short, no good. Schwartzkopf is there, though. And now Estes goes up. He can't get it to fall either.
I think he got bothered by Carnes. He started to go strong to the basket, then tried to adjust a little bit.
Haffey in the corner, drives baseline, gets the ball tipped. It's going to go out of bounds and will remain South Harrison basketball.
Tell you, there are some really good athletes on the floor right now for both teams.
Lasher gets it to Sunderman, then quickly out to Weller. He'll knock it down from behind the arc.
I don't know if it was designed for Sunderman to do that, but nice ball movement by the Bulldogs to get it tied.
Austin Kelly trying to set up the Tiger offense over the left wing for Estes. Back up to Thomas. He'll try and drive in. Leaves it off for Kelly. Now Kelly drives. Pulls back. Leaves it off for Thomas. Thomas falls to the ground. Gets the basketball, though, to Kelly. He'll quickly get off to Schwarzkopf. Then trying to bring it into Estes. Knocked away by Sunderman. And then picked off by Schwarzkopf. Schreffler with it up at the top of the key. He'll drive. Leaves it off for Schwarzkopf. Inside the arc. Puts up a shot, and it goes in. Good for two. 7-5, Princeton with the lead halfway through the first quarter. Lasher brings it across. Leaves it off for Haffey. Now to the top of the key, this time for Weller. Back again to Haffey. Weller, right wing, shot from three, off the mark, no good. And it's going to be picked up here by Princeton. Thomas will drive in. Goes up and lays it off the glass, good for two.
You see if that gets him off and going here, but two distinctly different styles. Looks like South Harrison wants to slow it down maybe a little bit more, which is a change from what they've done in the past.
Sunderman shot from three, up and no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Princeton. Thomas with the basketball, drives in, leaves it off for Kelly on the left wing. He'll put up a shot from three. Up and no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Carnes, then stolen away by Kelly. He'll leave it off for Thomas, then Estes, who can't get it to go. His second chance is going to be a foul.
Tigers just really quick to the basketball. I think it's really important for the Bulldogs when they get the ball in offense. As we've said, one of the things, and we saw it in the last game, where I think sometimes Albany's pressure really forced the Princeton girls into shots they didn't want to take. And they, teams that press want you to play faster and don't fall into the trap of taking the shots just because they're open. Take the shots you want.
Zane Glenn checks in here for South Harrison, and Eli Henke checks in here for Princeton. Sunderman has the ball stripped here. As it was Schreffler that gets it out to Thomas. He'll go up and he'll lay it up good for two. 11-5, 2:35 left to play here in the first. Trying to get it to Glenn, and it's going to be stolen away here by Schwarzkopf, and he goes up and lays it off the glass for two. And another timeout going to be taken here by South Harrison. A full Petty John Auto Center timeout. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
You John Auto Center, full service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, GMC dealer, and we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory certified financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop new and used online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Jones Convenience Store 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Fountain pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Haffey and Weller will try and bring it across the timeline here for South Harrison. Weller gets it, or Haffey gets it across to Weller. Now back again to Haffey, left wing this time now for Sunderman. Back up again to Haffey, right wing. Weller back again to Haffey. Now Weller again over to Haffey on the left wing. Again, Weller to Haffey, which was a very good football play last year for South Harrison whenever Weller would hand off to Haffey. But as this one's now thrown over to Lasher, back up again to Weller. Now over to Lasher on the right wing. Haffey trying to bring it into Sunderman. Ball is going to be stolen away, as it was Ozza Berg that came away with it.
Boy, give Princeton credit, because South Harrison was really patient on offense, and Princeton was really patient on defense and kept up their pressure.
And as Lasher comes away with the steal, a blocking foul going to be committed here against Princeton. As this one is going to go here against Ozza Berg. Checking back in here is going to be Carnes, as he'll check in here for Sunderman. So maybe look at trying to get Carnes the ball with Estes out here. Might be the thought for South Harrison. They get it to Glenn. Now Haffey over to left wing. Weller's shot from 3. No good. Rebound is going to be made here by Eli Hankey. Right wing with it here is Schreffler. He'll get it to Thomas. And they're just going to hold him so he can't shoot it.
Yeah, somebody might almost look for an intentional there. But
Yeah.
not that I mean he was intentional in trying to hurt him, because he certainly wasn't doing that. But
Haffey was called there for the foul. Inbounds to Schreffler from 3 is no good. Rebound's going to be made here by South Harrison. And now stolen away quickly here by Thomas. Thomas drives in, puts up a shot, gets it to fall in, good for 2. 15-5 is a 10-point Princeton lead. 40 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
still in the 2-2-1 press. It's a soft press.
And Glenn turns right into Zeb Schwarzkopf, and Thomas comes away with it. Trying to send it over that time to Eli Hankey, but just over his head, a little bit out of bounds.
The 2-2-1 is designed to, you can handle it, but you just got to be slow and easy getting the ball up the court. And sometimes you get into 8-9 seconds and you're not across the midcourt line, and all of a sudden you panic. Or you can play like the Albany girls did, where they try to pressure the ball and try to get the dribbler to go out of control, and then they'll look for a trap or a steal off of the out-of-control dribbler. But here it looks like Princeton's just trying to make South Harrison force the action a little bit.
Bringing it across here is going to be Weller. Now bringing it in Carnes. Justice Cook in here for as he came in for Zane Glenn, who left with an injury there. And now this one's going to be thrown away with 4.3 left to play here in the first. Princeton will give South Harrison the ball to start the second quarter. Thomas shot at the buzzer from 3 is no good, as he did not get it off in time. 15-5. Princeton leads over Albany at the, Princeton leads over South Harrison at the end of one quarter at the Albany tournament. Back with more in just a moment.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family-friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mountain City, Oregon, Rockport, Sandberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay Unlimited data plans or any of this month's deals.
Welcome back out to Albany, the Albany tournament here, as we get ready to start the second quarter of our final game of the night. And it will be South Harrison basketball to start. It's 15-5, Princeton with the lead. Weller will send it over this time to the left wing now for Haffey. Into the corner again for Cale Weller. Now for Lasher as he'll drive in, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of Princeton.
Nice set coming out of the dead ball situation. Lasher had a nice look, just maybe got just a little bit off balance.
Cook with the basketball, sends it up to the top of the key for Weller. Left wing this time now for Haffey. Back up to Weller, left or right wing now. Cook inside now to Lasher. And a holding is going to be called here against Princeton, as this one is going to go against Austin Kelly, his first. Carnes will check out. Sunderman will check back in here for South Harrison. Inbounds to Weller, left wing this time now to Cook. Weller loses it, ball on the floor, picked up by Lasher, gets it to Sunderman. Shot from the baseline, no good. As was tipped there by Estes. Lasher goes up from behind, he'll be fouled and go to line to shoot two.
Good hard work by Lasher there to go get it. He's going to give away a little size inside, but he's sure not giving it away in aggressiveness.
Berg called for his second, as Lasher's first shot is up and good. Second of two here from Lasher is up and good, as that time he uses the backboard.
Little smile comes over his face. I kind of held his hands out like, any old port in a storm, I guess.
Bringing it across is Kelly. He'll get it off now to Estes. Bringing it inside here for Berg, and Berg puts it up and good for two.
Warriors need to come, or Bulldogs, we're going to keep calling them the Warriors. Bulldogs need to come off and help on those back screens a little bit.
Haffey into the corner this time now for Cook. 17-7. Princeton with a 10-point lead here over South Harrison. 1:15 already gone here in the second quarter. Sunderman on the baseline. Gives it off now for Lasher. He'll drive in. Goes up hard. Can't get it to fall. And it's going to be rebounded here by Princeton. Quickly getting it off here for Eli Hankey. And a blocking foul going to be committed here by Justice Cook.
Yeah, Cook just good look ahead. Really been impressed with the job Coach Collins has done with his team. They're very fundamentally sound so far, both defensively and offensively.
As Schreffler checks back in here for Princeton. Ball inbounds here now for Thomas on the left wing. Gives it off to Austin Kelly, as he'll try and set up this Tiger offense. Kelly now drives into left block, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound made here by South Harrison, and quickly trying to go the other way. Gets it to Justice Cook in the corner, now trying to send it across court for Lasher. Lasher will leave it off for Haffey up at the top of the key. Weller over to the left wing this time for Cook, brings it into Lasher. Trying to send it off that time for Haffey on the right wing. Gets it to Sunderman on the baseline, into Lasher. He'll go up and will be fouled, and will go to the line to shoot two.
And I think that, really, I think the Bulldogs have found something here. Princeton is getting out and putting pretty good pressure on their 2-3 zone, and I think that mid-post, somebody can go to work in there. This may be an answer for the Bulldogs.
This one from Kelly is no good. Checking out here is going to be Preston Thomas. Checking in is going to be Zeb Schwarzkopf. As the second of two here is up and good, this time from Lasher. 17-8, 5:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Hankey will bring it across the timeline here for Princeton. They'll get it off this time now for Kelly. Kelly drives in, trying to leave it off for Estes, knocked out of bounds here off the head of Colin Haffey.
Good hustle by Haffey to get back into that play.
Hankey will inbounds here for Princeton. Sends it back this time for Kelly. He'll put up a shot from inside the arc, up and good for two. 19-8, Princeton with the lead. 5:20 left to play here in the half. Weller will send it across here now for Haffey and the Bulldogs. Weller back again to Haffey. Back again to Weller up at the top of the key. He'll send a left wing now for Cook. Cook to Weller. Inside to Lasher. Now Cook back with it. Weller, Haffey. And ball's going to be knocked away here by Schreffler. He'll get it off to Austin Kelly, who'll quickly bring it across. Schreffler. And back again to Kelly as they both pass on a couple of three-point opportunities. Schreffler.
But they would have been hurried. It's a good discipline to not take the shot and go back and run your offense.
Schwarzkopf to Estes now. We're trying to bring it inside there to Hankey. It's going to be stolen away, though, here by Justice Cook. Cook will get it off now for Weller. Again to Cook on the right wing. Up to the top of the key to Weller. Cook on the right wing. Onto the block for Sunderman. Back to Weller up at the top of the key. He'll now try and drive, and a reaching foul going to be committed here by Austin Kelly. His second.
One of the things you see from the Bulldogs right now is a tendency they're kind of playing around the perimeter of the zone instead of into it. And Princeton's really been active with their hands. They've got South Harrison spread out a little bit. And you just wait for those guards to try to drive and get into it and then kick it out for an open look.
Thomas and Carnes both checked in at that last point for each team, and Carnes gets the ball, can't get it to fall in though.
Yeah, that's a nice play though. Even if he missed the shot, that's good execution by the Bulldogs.
Thomas to Schreffler. He can't get the three-pointer to fall. And then fighting for it there is going to be Eli Hankey, but a travel call is going to be called against Princeton.
May have been traveling, but you love to see kids get on the floor after the loose ball.
19-8, Princeton with the lead here over South Harrison. 3:35 left to play here in the half. Kilweather will get it to Sunderman. Back again to Weller. He'll get it across now to Carnes. Carnes will hand it off to Weller. Left wing Haffey. Into the corner for Cook. Back again to Haffey. Gets it into Sunderman now at the free throw line. Spins around, puts up a shot off the glass, up and good for two.
Most dangerous place against any zone is in the high post if you've got somebody that can do some things with it.
Berg with a shot from three. Can't get it to fall. And over the back call is going to be called this time here against Zeb Schwarzkopf.
Back-to-back nice plays by Sunderman. Up and under, inside for an easy basket. Nice box out, draws the foul on the rebound at the other end.
And now he'll go to line to shoot the 1-and-1. It's a 9-point Princeton lead here with 3:04 left to play here in the half. Sunderman at the line for the 1-and-1. First shot is up and good. And the second from the 1-and-1 is off the back of the iron, no good. And Thomas is going to come away with the rebound, but a jump ball is going to be called. And that is going to go towards Princeton.
You know, I don't know, there are going to be some people that didn't like that jump ball call, but I think Carnes got his hand on it. I think forced Thomas into it. So you forced him into a travel, and you wouldn't have liked that call either. So good job by the officials.
Berg shot from three off the back of the iron, no good. Thomas with it from a shot from inside the arc. He can't get it to fall. Rebound made there by Carnes. He'll get off to Justice Cook. Ball knocked away, but picked up by Carnes. He'll get it now to Weller. Weller will bring it across. He'll drive in. Leaves it off for Sunderman in the corner. Trying to get it that time to Carnes, and then ball goes right to Schreffler, who brings it to Thomas. He'll go up, and a travel is going to be called here by Thomas. With 2:20 left to play in the second.
That could have gone either way, too, a jump ball or a travel.
If you wanted to look real hard, that might have even gone for a foul if you wanted it.
Yeah.
Lasher with the basketball here for South Harrison as they try to bring the ball across midcourt. Weller gets it now to Justice Cook. He'll send it across now to Lasher. Back up to Weller. Cook with it on the right wing. Weller back again to Cook on the right wing. Now to Weller, inside to Sunderman. Cook, shot from three on the right wing. Too hard, no good. Rebound, though, is going to be made here by Lasher.
It's still amazing that, long shots when they miss generally mean long rebounds, and it's amazing how many kids we see that don't necessarily get that concept. And shot goes, everybody runs to the basket.
First shot from Austin Lasher is up and good on the 1-and-1. Foul there was committed by Eli Hankey. That is his first. Estes will be ready to check in here after the next one goes in here by Lasher. So Estes will check in. Berg will come out. 19-13. It's a 6-point ball game. 1:50 left to play here in the second quarter. Thomas brings it across. He'll send over to the right wing, this time for Schreffler. Up to the top of the key for Schwarzkopf, almost knocked away by Sunderman. Schwarzkopf to Thomas over in the left wing. And I'll try and send it back up. Stolen away, though, here by Sunderman. He'll drive right block, goes up, can't get it to fall. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of South Harrison.
May have been a little bit of a force there, but at the same time, South Harrison out-hustled Princeton to get back to the offensive glass. Just couldn't corral the offensive rebound.
Schreffler with it over on the left wing. He'll send it to the top of the key now for Schwarzkopf. Right wing now for Hankey. 1:08 left to play here in the half, 19-13. Princeton with the lead. And Zeb Schwarzkopf on the left block goes up and good for two.
And really, that was good officiating, too, because the young man had a chance at a layup. Could have called the foul there, but didn't want to take him away from the layup opportunity. Good understanding of the game by the referee.
Weller sends it up now to Lasher up at the top of the key, 21-13. It's an 8-point Princeton lead. Sunderman trying to go up and under, can't get it to fall. Bringing it across, here's going to be Thomas. He'll go up, he'll lay it up and good for two and gets the foul.
Nice take by Thomas and a nice finish around the basket.
Foul will be committed here by Lasher. That's his first. Thomas will go for the three-point play. And he does finish the three-point play. He has 9 points so far here in the first half. It's back out to an 11-point lead, and stepping out of bounds there is going to be Weller here on the near sideline, and it'll be Princeton basketball with 27.3 left to play here in the half. Ball inbounds here to Thomas as he'll bring it across.
Well, Cale beat the trap, and one thing you don't want to do is dribble across midcourt and pick it up.
Quickly bringing it across. Here is going to be Weller after the steal. Sunderman kind of got blocked there a little bit by the rim. Schwarzkopf gets it off this time now for Thomas. 4 seconds left. Thomas with the basketball. He'll leave it off. Shot at the buzzer, no good there by Eli Hankey. 24-13 is the lead here for Princeton at the end of the first half. We're back with the Albany TV, Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany offers affordable coverage for all of your insurance needs. They work closely with clients to find the best mix of coverage options from their long line of established associations with some of the best carriers available. From homeowner, auto, farm, and life insurance to analyzing your health care needs and options, Jane Fordyce Insurance has been affordable insurance and plan your finances since 1985. Give Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany a call today, 660-425-7700.
The Blessed Nest at the intersection of 136 and Route BB is your home for unique Christmas decor. The Blessed Nest has everything Christmas from t-shirts, signs, wreaths, and more. The Blessed Nest can also help you out with fresh floral, candy bouquets, willow tree angels, or custom decor creations. So
So if you're looking for something new this Christmas season, or for that special someone, check out Blessed Nest at the intersection of 136 and Route BB, or give them a call at 660-425-6400. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri knows that the future to great success is built off of hard work and dedication. Smithfield Hog Production knows that all of the area student athletes aspire for greatness by putting in the hard work, dedication, discipline, and teamwork needed to achieve that success. That's why Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri is proud of all area student athletes and wish them luck this academic year in all of their extracurricular activities.
Welcome back to your Albany Hy-Vee halftime here on Albany TV. Remember, your halftime on Albany TV is brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Help you bring you today's broadcast of Princeton South Harrison boys. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee, Schultz of Albany, and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany and Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. Blessed Nest of Bethany. Jane Fordyce Insurance of Bethany. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printery and New Shopper in Albany. In the first half, the Princeton boys shot 11 for 25 from the field, 1 for 8 from behind the three-point arc. Preston Thomas leads all scorers with 9 points. Zeb Schwarzkopf has 6. Owen Schreffler has 3 points, 2 points for Austin Kelly, Azaberg, and Colton Estes. South Harrison, they shot 3 for 14 from the field, 1 for 5 from behind the three-point line, 6 for 8, though, from the free throw line there in the first half. Austin Lasher leads the way with 5 points, 3 points for Braden Sunderman and Cale Weather. And Luke Carnes has 2 points there in the first half for South Harrison. Mike, we kind of talked about a little bit there before the opening tip-off. South Harrison, Pattonsburg kind of had that little bit of trouble. They didn't get very many practices in. It's kind of a good thing because you're playing deep into the football playoffs, but also not very good because you don't get much time to practice up for the basketball team.
Yeah, it's a tough way to go, and really they've handled Princeton's pressure pretty decently. They've had a couple of turnovers against that soft 2-2-1, but they haven't dribbled in. They haven't allowed themselves to get trapped in the corners, which is one of the things you do try to do. Their bigger issues have been in trying to solve Princeton's 2-3 zone, and over the course of the half, I thought Princeton started out pretty compact, and now they've just kind of they're starting to overplay passes to the wings. The high post area is open, but they got to have somebody that can finish in there. Luke Carnes is more of a low post presence, and when he got out of the lineup, I think they got Lasher in the middle of the zone, and he did some nice things, got himself to the free throw line. But you almost want South Harrison's wings and point guard to get into that zone and try to make that zone collapse a little bit. And if nothing else, maybe you don't get much for Carnes or Lasher, but you might open up some perimeter shots for the rest of the Bulldog team.
And it also seemed like there towards the end of the second quarter, Lasher, Sunderman, even Carnes, who wasn't able to hit him, but tried to get down inside that paint and really just try and get up against there. But the length of Princeton is really what I've noticed the most, is every time they go in there, they just have 3 or 4 Princeton arms that are over top of them that they just can't seem to get the ball out.
They do, and also Princeton's so quick to it.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about in the first game, or the last game, we talked about the 50-50 balls, the balls that are just anybody's and who gets them. And I thought in the Princeton-Albany girls game, Albany got the biggest bulk of those loose balls just because I thought they were a little bit quicker. And here, not that South Harrison's not athletic, because they certainly are, but it almost looks like Princeton's just, and maybe because Princeton's had a little more preparation time, but Princeton's just a little bit quicker to get to it. I've been impressed by Princeton's discipline offensively. I mean, we've seen early in the year in this tournament, we've seen some games where it gets pretty wild and woolly and some crazy shots go up, and seen both teams play with a pretty good measure of control.
We'll be back with more of your Albany Hy-Vee halftime on Albany TV when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
See ya.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champs Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay Unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Help you bring you tonight's broadcast here between the Princeton and South Harrison boys on Albany TV, the printer and new shopper of Albany. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. Jane Fordyce Insurance of Bethany. Bless Nest of Bethany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Northwest Cell. Schultz of Albany and Albany Hy-Vee. Papa's Family Restaurant at Albany. Penny John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. And BTC Bank locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. And Mike, one of our sponsors tonight, Bless Nesta. I think we both might have to buy our wives a little bit of a floral arrangement after letting us be out all week.
Tell you what, buddy, I'm done with Christmas shopping. I may take her to eat, but
I said this is a Christmas shopping. This is just saying thank you for letting me be gone for.
She might be glad I'm gone. I mean,
mine probably is as well.
She might be thrilled. She doesn't have to watch football and basketball games at home.
Well, at least the Yankees and Cubs aren't on, right?
That's right, and
because then we both would be gone.
And on the flip side, I don't have to watch the Home and Garden Network. So,
24-13 as we get ready to start the second half here from Albany between South Harrison and Princeton, and it will be South Harrison basketball to start out the second half.
And if I can tack on to that HGTV, I've seen enough subway tile. And the barn door closures for closet doors. I've seen enough of that.
It'll be Colin Haffey, Cale Weller, Austin Lasher, as well as Braden Sunderman and Luke Carnes starting out for South Harrison as they start with the basketball. Weller trying to get the ball away. It's stolen away by Kelly. He'll quickly get it off this time now for Owen Schreffler. Schreffler to Zeb Schwarzkopf. Trying to leave it off for Estes. Back out again for Schreffler. Gets it to Thomas as he cuts the backside. Now leaves it off for Estes, up and good for two.
Hey, that's a nice play all the way around by the Tigers. They had several chances. They could have taken a forced shot and made some nice passes. Thomas passed up a pretty good shot to get a better layup.
Haffey drives in, lays off a floater. Can't get it to fall. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of Princeton. I believe that is the first shot that I've seen Haffey take all night so far.
Tried to go up over Estes, who is really long inside. 6'4", but I'd like to know what the wingspan is.
As they throw that one over top and get it to Carnes. Now Weller throws it back into Carnes. Now goes back to Weller, leaves it off for Sunderman on the opposite block, up and good for two.
And the Bulldogs answer good play with good play of their own. Nice interior passing from Carnes to Weller to Sunderman, and another open shot.
Schwarzkopf with it on the right wing up to the top of the key this time now for Thomas. Shot from 3. It rolls out no good, and it's going to be rebounded here by South Harrison. Sunderman has the ball rejected back by Thomas. Picked up by Weller in the backcourt off of a tip. Over the left wing for Haffey trying to get it to Carnes. Carnes able to keep it into Haffey on the left wing. Weller trying to get it off there to Lasher, but it's going to be off the foot there of Owen Schruffler, and they're going to call a kick. A minute and a half here into the third quarter, 26-15.
You see the two guards on the front of Princeton's zone are really overplaying those passes to the wings.
And Haffey's pass there to Weller a little bit low. It goes behind him out of bounds. It'll be Princeton basketball, and a timeout's going to be called here by South Harrison. A 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV. The Blessed Nest at the intersection of 136 and Route B is your home for unique Christmas decor. The Blessed Nest has everything Christmas, from t-shirts, signs, wreaths, and more. The Blessed Nest can also help you out with French floral, candy bouquets, willow tree angels, or custom decor creations. So if you're looking for something new this Christmas season, or for that special someone, check out Blessed Nest at the intersection of 136 and Route BB, or give them a call at 660-425-6400. Welcome back out again here to Albany, 26-15. It's an 11-point Princeton lead here, a minute and a half into the third quarter of play. Coming out of the Petty John Auto Center timeout will be Princeton basketball. Remember, during all of our timeouts, to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. It'll be Princeton basketball. Owen Schruffler will inbounds, as Austin Kelly will get it in the backcourt as he'll bring it across the timeline here for the Tigers. Kelly will drive, now pulls it back out as he's guarded closely here by Haffey. Goes to the baseline, goes up, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Gets the rebound, he can't get that one to fall either.
Good defense by Haffey there. Be aggressive without fouling. Kelly had a couple of shots, but they were forced under pressure and just kind of walled him off underneath.
Weller into the corner this time for Sunderman. Back again for Weller. Top of the key now for Haffey. Into the corner this time now for Glenn. Glenn to the top of the key, Weller. Left wing, Haffey. Trying to bring it inside for Lasher. Ball stolen away here by Thomas. Thomas drives in and is going to be fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Not a bad foul by Weller. Might as well make him shoot 2 as opposed to giving him a layup. And Thomas can shoot free throws too, but you like your chances maybe more of him missing at least one of them.
He was 1 for 1 in the first half. He's now 2 for 2. Checking in is going to be Carnes. Checking out now is going to be Glenn. Next shot from Thomas is up and good as he makes them both and makes it a 28-15 Princeton lead with 5:30 left to play in the third. Haffey will give it to Weller in the backcourt as they try and bring it across against the zone defense. Gets it across now to Lasher. Lasher trying to get it to Carnes, and it's going to be out of bounds here off of South Harrison. Lasher missing Sunderman, who was wide open there on the opposite block.
Yeah, and I thought he could have just kept going right down the middle of the court and forced either an easy pass for a layup or a layup for himself.
Schwarzkopf brings this one into Owens. Back out again to Kelly. Kelly goes up and can't get it to fall. Rebound made. Gets it off this time now for Schwarzkopf, bringing it back in. Schwarzkopf can't get that one to go as it's returned away there by Carnes.
Tigers have stayed in the 2-2-1 the whole game when they've had a dead ball opportunity or after a score.
Bringing it across here is going to be Weller, and he'll go right into the hands of a couple of Princeton players. Lasher with it out at the free throw line and goes in and gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
And that was what I thought maybe he should have done on the previous possession, got himself to the free throw line.
That one will go against Owen Schreffler. That'll be his first. First free throw from Lasher off the back of the iron, no good. Checking in now here is going to be Henke for Austin Kelly. Next shot from Lasher, no good. Rebound made here by Princeton, and Thomas will quickly bring it across the court here for the Tigers. Right wing this time now for Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf up to Henke up at the top of the key. 4:15 left to play in the third, 28-15. Princeton with the lead as that one goes in and out that time by Schwarzkopf, and then Thomas can't get it to go. Now a foul will be called here against Colton Estes. That'll be his second. About halfway done with the third quarter, 28-15. It's a 13-point Princeton lead.
One of the keys to attacking that 2-1 or that 2-2-1 press too is you've got to at least take the ball into the trap, and then as it closes, then have somewhere to go with it.
Halfie over to Lasher on the left wing, trying to bring it into Carnes. Sunderman, though, is there. He comes away with it. He goes up, and he can't get it to fall. Now Preston Thomas will come away with it. He'll leave it off that time for Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf now to Henke. And a 30-second Petty General Center timeout is going to be called here by the Tigers. We're back with more after this 30-second break here on Albany TV.
Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany offers affordable coverage for all of your insurance needs. They work closely with clients to find the best mix of coverage options from their long line of established associations with some of the best carriers available. From homeowner, auto, farm, and life insurance to analyzing your healthcare needs and options, Jane Fordyce Insurance has been helping you find affordable insurance and plan your finances since 1985. Give Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany a call today, 660-425-7700.
Welcome back out again to Albany, 28-15, 3:33 still left to play here in the third quarter. And it's Princeton Tigers with the lead here over the Bulldogs of South Harrison. It'll be Eli Henke that'll inbounds here for the Tigers.
And Bulldogs have struggled on offense, but all they can do is keep hammering away defensively and hope they find something.
Ball inbounds to Schreffler. He'll get it to Colton Estes in the paint. Now brings it back out again for Schwarzkopf. Schwarzkopf over to Estes up at the top of the key. Left wing now for Henke. Henke dribbles in. Puts up a shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound is going to be made here by Carnes. Weller, the Sunderman, up and good, and gets the foul as well.
Nice delivery by Weller on the 3-on-2 break. And a nice finish by Sunderman at the other end of that.
Zeb Schwarzkopf will be called for his second personal. As Sunderman goes for the three-point play. And he gets it in, good for the three. 28-18, back down to a 10-point Princeton lead underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Thomas dribbles in, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall. Ball rolls around, and it's going to be picked up here by Weller, and a timeout called here by South Harrison. So another Petty John Almo Center timeout called here by the Bulldogs. Remember, during this Petty John Almo Center timeout, check out Petty John Almo Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Back with more in a moment.
Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri knows that the future to great success is built off of hard work and dedication. Smithfield Hog Production knows that all of the area student athletes aspire for greatness by putting in the hard work, dedication, discipline, and teamwork needed to achieve that success. That's why Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri is proud of all area student athletes and wish them luck this academic year in all of their extracurricular activities.
Welcome back. Welcome back out again to Albany. 28-18, Princeton with the lead here. With 2:49 left to play here in the third. It'll be South Harrison basketball. They've cut the lead down to 10. Haffey will inbounds here for Weller. They'll bring it across as he'll get off the lasher up to the top of the key now for Haffey. Haffey to Weller, backing into Haffey. Into the corner now for Weller. Gets it to Sunderman, who goes up after his defender goes up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound's going to be made here by Thomas. Right wing Schwarzkopf sends it quickly into the corner there, or to the block there for Henke, and then he's going to be fouled on the floor.
That's the second or third nice pass we've seen from Schwarzkopf tonight, finding his teammates underneath the basket. And he had a look at about a 15, 17-footer.
Berg will check in. He'll get the inbounds. He'll now send it to Schreffler. Now back up again to Thomas. Thomas shot from three. And you can't really say that Lasher gave him any room.
No, but you've got to get a hand up and challenge a shot. He just kind of stared him in the face and watched him shoot it.
Sunderman tries to go in. He will be fouled. We'll go to line to shoot two. As this one will go against Colton Estes. That's now his third. Braden Sunderman with 8 points so far here in the night, trying to take over here for South Harrison and cut this lead as much as he can by himself almost, it seems like. 31-19, it's a 12-point ball game. Glenn will check in. Also checking in here for South Harrison is going to be Justice Cook. And checking in here for Princeton is going to be Zeb Schwarzkopf again. Next shot from Sunderman, up and good as well. He now has 10 points here in the ball game. 31-20, underneath 2 minutes left to play in the third. Thomas with it up at the top of the key. Left wing for Schwarzkopf. On to the block. Henke can't get it to go. Bringing it across. Here is Sunderman. He'll lose it. Picks it back up, though. Gets it this time now to Justice Cook. Cook goes up. He can't get it to fall. Comes away with his own rebound, and he goes off the glass. Good for two.
Credit both teams. Both teams playing extremely hard. Maybe not always playing great from an execution standpoint, but the effort is certainly there.
Schreffler drives baseline. He lays it off the glass for the answer back. 1:10 left to play here in the third. It's back out to an 11-point ball game again, 33-22. Weller gets it to Glenn as he gets it across. Ball tipped from behind by Thomas to Schreffler. He'll now send it over across for Asa Berg. Now Henke to Thomas. Left wing, shot from three, short. Rebound is going to be made here by Glenn. And now a foul going to be committed on the far side.
Well, Thomas is pointing at his head, and you know he just hit a three. But the one thing I hate to see is somebody catch it in rhythm and go right up and shoot it. But when you see the hesitation and hesitate, and then try to square yourself up and let it go, I just rather see him catch it and shoot it in rhythm.
Lasher up to Weller, now over to Haffey. Haffey over to Weller on the right wing. Back up again to Haffey. Left wing this time now. Glenn with a shot from three. Short, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Thomas. Thomas drives into the paint, pulls it back out, sends it off to Schreffler. Now Henke with it up again at the top of the key. Underneath 10 seconds left to play here in the third. It's an 11-point Princeton lead. Thomas with the basketball in his hands gets a screen that time from Schwarzkopf and drives in, and a foul's going to be called here with 1.8 left to play here in the third. As this one's going to go against Weller.
It's always interesting to see what they do for a last-second shot. Here they got an out-of-bounds play.
Henke will inbounds. Ball almost stolen away there by Austin Lasher, and actually it's going to go out of bounds here on Thomas. So South Harrison will get the last-second shot.
Well, I always like to see some people like to go 1-4 low and let your best player have it. Others like a high screen, and there Princeton went with a high screen.
Haffey will hold it out, and we go to the fourth quarter. It's a 33-22 ball game. Back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champs Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again to Albany High School Albany tournament coverage here on Albany TV as we start the fourth quarter of play. 33-22 Princeton with the lead. South Harrison will start out with the basketball here as we start out the fourth quarter play. Again, they trail here by 11. Inbounding here will be, Princeton has the ball to start. And it'll be Preston Thomas with it over on the left wing. He'll drive in, puts up his shot from the baseline, can't get the floater to go. Rebound made by Glenn. Lasher quickly sends it across now for Haffey. And he's going to be fouled from behind by Eli Hankey, and that's going to be the 16th foul against Princeton. So next one will put South Harrison at the line for the 1-and-1. Haffey set to inbounds. Haffey with it over on the left wing. Drives in, puts up a floater, can't get it to fall. And it's going to be rebounded quickly here by Thomas. He'll get it now to Austin Kelly. He'll go up and under. And he'll get it to roll in, good for two.
A circus shot by Kelly. He's missed some tough ones. That one time he got a tough one to fall.
And this one is going to go out of bounds here off of Princeton on the far sideline. 35-22, a 13-point Princeton lead. 45 seconds here into the fourth quarter of play. Into the corner for Haffey. He's guarded closely here by Preston Thomas, and ball's going to get knocked out of his hands right to Eli Hankey. And then Austin Kelly has the ball rejected there by Sunderman. Lasher with the basketball. He'll drive in. Goes up hard, and he'll get it to fall in, good for two.
You wonder if that block shot may energize the Bulldogs a little bit.
Thomas up to the top of the key. Berg with a shot from three. No good. Rebound is going to be made here by Weller. Weller drives in. And a blocking foul going to be called here against Princeton. And it's going to go against Austin Kelly. Weller a little slow to get up there, but he seems fine. Actually, no, he's pointing at his
wonder if
right
he landed
wrist.
on his right wrist. I don't think he wants to shoot this.
I don't think he does either. So coming in for him is going to be Justice Cook, so he'll shoot the free throws.
And maybe what South Harrison's come up with, they've had a tough time figuring out this zone, so they're just going to try to beat it down the floor. Fast break before the zone can get set.
Cook's first free throw attempt is up and good. And that now puts South Harrison into the bonus, though, the rest of the way as well, as Cook's next shot is up and good as well. 35-26, down to a 9-point ball game. Kelly will bring it across. Estes and Schreffler ready to come in the next check here again for Princeton. Ozaberg, another shot for three. Can't get this one to fall either, as it's going to be rebounded here by Lasher. Bringing it across, Haffey. Sunderman drives in, goes up, and he is going to be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two more free throws.
And you're starting to see the Bulldogs get a lot more aggressive in attacking the gaps of the zone. Haffey did it earlier. That time Sunderman did it, draws the foul. It looks like the Bulldogs maybe have a little bit more spring in their step.
And the first one is up and good here by Sunderman. Berg will check out. Also checking out here is going to be Eli Henke. As again, Estes and Schreffler check back in. Down to an 8-point ball game now. The next free throw is up and good.
We've talked about Princeton's patience. They need it right here.
Schreffler trying to get it to Estes. Estes goes up. He can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Sunderman. Sunderman will bring it across. They'll leave it off to Haffey. Only 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Sunderman, shot, no good. Ball's going to be tipped. Picked up here by Kelly. And Kelly gets it off this time now for Schreffler. Now Thomas with it on the block. Sets it back up again to Austin Kelly as Austin Kelly will hold it and try and set up the offense.
Smart play by Thomas, smart play by Kelly. Two seniors, they know how important they got to get something going here.
Schwarzkopf over to Thomas. Now to Kelly on the block. Back up again. Schreffler shot from three. Off the side of the iron. No good, out of bounds.
You know, now I know Schreffler missed that shot, but if you're Coach Collins, you got the ball inside, doubled down, got the ball back out to Schreffler. He was wide open. He can obviously shoot the three, even though he missed it. You can't be unhappy with that shot.
Glenn trying to get it to Lasher. Ball stolen away here by Thomas. Thomas drives in, puts up a shot. Floater inside the paint, can't get it to go. Estes comes away with the rebound. And then it's going to be Zeb Schwarzkopf who's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the foul is going to be called here against Austin Lasher, his second.
You get the idea Princeton's maybe going just a little bit faster than maybe they want to go right here?
I believe so. And maybe this will slow them down as Schwarzkopf will put it up and good for one.
Big free throws, really, because they've got to break this momentum that the Bulldogs have a little bit.
Next shot off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Sunderman. He'll bring it across the timeline here for South Harrison. Leaves it off now for Haffey up at the top of the key. Haffey to the right wing this time now for Lasher. Lasher drives in, leaves it for Sunderman in the corner. Back again to Haffey. Haffey to Lasher. Back up to Glenn up at the top of the key. Right wing, Lasher with a deep three. Too hard, no good. Right, though, to the hands of Haffey. And Haffey goes up and puts it up good for 2.
Good patience by Haffey.
And Haffey will get the foul as well for the three-point opportunity.
Not a tall player, but I think the Princeton players are expecting him to go right in and shoot it. Just a hard jump stop, and he waited till the smoke cleared.
Shot is up and good. It's a 5-point ball game. 36-31, 4:35 left to play here in the ball game. Kelly brings it across. Right wing now for Thomas. Leaves it off for Estes. Estes goes up. He'll lay it off the glass. Good for 2.
There's a high screen and roll. Nice finish by Estes. Nice delivery by Thomas.
Sunderman gets it over to Glenn. Glenn across now for Haffey. Haffey drives in. Goes up hard. Can't get it to fall. And now Lasher comes away with a rebound. Lasher with it over on the left wing. Drives in. Now pulls it back out again up at the top of the key for Haffey. Right wing Glenn into the corner now again for Justice Cook. Inside for Sunderman. Back out again here for Cook as he'll drive into the baseline. He'll put up a shot off the mark, no good. Rebound made though by Sunderman. Sunderman goes up and he'll get it to fall in, good for 2. 38-33. 3:33 left to play here in the ball game. Princeton with the 5-point lead. Austin Kelly over to the right wing this time now for Thomas.
Here you go again, same play.
Gives it to Estes, now back again here for Schwarzkopf. Now Kelly. Right wing Thomas. He'll drive to the block, goes up, lays it off the glass, good for 2.
That's a nice strong take by Thomas. You almost could have called the foul on the drive. They let him finish it off.
40-33, Lasher then drives in, he can't get it to fall. Underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the ball game. And this one is going to be kicked off of Lasher's foot.
Was that off Lasher's foot?
I believe it was.
I thought it was off Thomas's foot. He didn't do it. It didn't kick it, but remember, it has to be an intentional kick. Just the fact that it hits your foot means nothing.
Estes with it up at the top of the key. He'll leave it off for Thomas. Thomas goes up, and a foul is going to be called here on the floor. South Harrison's 5th team foul. As this one is going to go against Zane Glenn. That'll be his first.
South Harrison fans yelling to watch the elbows. He didn't throw the elbow at all. He just gathered himself and went strong to the basket.
Schreffler's shot no good, but Estes is there to put it back in. Haffey will send it over now to Sunderman. He'll quickly send it across for Justice Cook. He'll drive to the block. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds here off of Princeton. 42-33. Princeton's brought it back out now to a 9-point ball game with 2:11 left here in the fourth.
You need quick baskets, but you don't want to take wild ones. South Harrison's been a little bit out of control the last couple times down.
Haffey with a shot from 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound is going to be made here by Thomas. Underneath 2 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Thomas drives in, and he'll get the little floater to roll in. 44-33, back out to an 11-point ball game. Justice Cook goes up. This time he's able to get it to go in, and a timeout is now going to be called here by South Harrison. A Pettyjohn Auto Center timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to break more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in. Keep back in.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. 44-35, a 9-point Princeton lead. Princeton with the basketball. And it'll be Preston Thomas that'll be inbounds in here for the Tigers. And Princeton the 3 seed, South Harrison the 6 seed. Kelly with the basketball as he'll try and bring it across the half court. Ball's going to be tipped, and they're going to say off of Colin Haffey out of bounds. I believe that one went off the foot there of Haffey.
Whoever got that ball, you were going to make somebody extremely unhappy.
Welcome to the life of being a referee or an umpire, right?
And I honestly couldn't tell who knocked it out.
Kelly will inbounds here, but they're going to call a 5-second here against Princeton on trying to inbound, so it'll be South Harrison basketball. Lash over to left wing this time for Haffey. Back up again to Lash over the top of the key. Now Haffey drives in, puts up a shot, can't get it to go. Carnes there with the rebound. He'll get the second chance opportunity to go. And now trying to bring it across here. There's going to be Schreffler, picked up here by Austin Lasher. He'll go up, and he's going to be rejected here by Preston Thomas. 1:09 left to play here in the fourth, a 7-point ball game, but it's South Harrison basketball.
Well, that's a great block. Lasher did all he could do. He had to go to the basket. They've got to have quick baskets here.
Lasher inbounds up to Haffey up at the top of the key. Over to the right wing this time for Lasher, inside to Sunderman. He goes up, can't get it to fall. Rebound is going to be made here by Preston Thomas. Thomas will slowly bring it across the timeline. You have to think that South Harrison is going to have to start to foul, and they do as Sunderman runs out to foul. That'll be his first.
Well, and
now they still have one more foul to give.
The Bulldogs are in a similar situation that Princeton girls were in with Albany. They didn't want to foul Gabby Newman, but she's going to handle it most of the time. I would guess Thomas is going to try to handle most of these.
And the ball almost stolen away there by Glenn, and now Schwarzkopf is going to be fouled, I believe, again by Sunderman. And they will call it again on Sunderman. That'll be his second now. So going to line to shoot the 1-and-1 here is going to be Owen Schreffler. First shot from Owen Schreffler is no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Carnes. They'll give it to Lasher. Now back to Sunderman. Sunderman will drive in. Leaves it off for Haffey in the corner. He'll sidestep a defender trying to get it to Lasher. Ball stolen away here by Preston Thomas. Thomas gets it off to Kelly. Kelly goes up. He can't get it to go. Preston Thomas is there. He can't get it to go. And even the second time. And then Carnes comes in and is going to force a jump ball. And now it will be South Harrison basketball off the jump ball. Inbounds is going to go this time to Lasher. 44-37. 20 seconds left. Lasher drives all the way in. Rejected away by Schreffler. Now it's Thomas with the basketball. As he's guarded closely here by Haffey. And Haffey's going to foul with 11.1 left to play here in the fourth.
Smart play by Thomas, too. Peel it back out. They're going to put you on the line.
So with a 7-point lead, Thomas can pretty much ice this one away here for the Tigers. First shot is no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Sunderman, and he'll throw this one away.
Well, you got to make a play. I mean, you
trying to get the ball out to Lasher on the fast break, and it's going to go just too far out in front and go out of bounds. Inbounds to Schreffler, now Austin Kelly, and Princeton's going to walk away with this one tonight. 44-37 is your final as Princeton defeats South Harrison in the 3-6 game here in the Albany tournament. We're back with more with your BTC Bank post game here on Albany TV in just a moment.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can easily get your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Welcome back out again here to Albany. A 44-37 is your final tonight as the Princeton boys defeat the South Harrison boys. Princeton from the field tonight shot 35%, 19 for 54, 4 for 9 from the free throw line. Leading scorer tonight was Preston Thomas with 18 points. 8 points on the night for Colton Estes, 7 points for Zeb Schwarzkopf, 5 points for Owen Schreffler, 4 points for Austin Kelly, and 2 points for Ozza Berg. South Harrison, they shoot 11 for 37 from the field, 30%. And leading scorer tonight was Braden Sunderman with 14 points. Austin Lasher added 6 points for Justice Cook, 4 points for Luke Carnes, 3 points for Cale Weller and Colin Haffey on the night. And, Mike, it's a victory tonight that sets Princeton in the winner's side of the bracket as the number 3 seed, and South Harrison as the 6th seed moves into the loser's side of the bracket.
Yeah, it was an entertaining game, really. I thought two really athletic teams. I thought the difference maybe was, as it will be a lot of the year, I thought Preston Thomas was the difference ultimately for the Tigers, and just too much for him. But, I was really impressed with South Harrison. I know their execution wasn't always the best. They were maybe a little sloppy offensively from time to time, but they really played hard. I thought they competed pretty well through the whole game, and just a couple of shots go down late for them may have made this really interesting. But it's not a surprise maybe to see South Harrison fall in this game. I'd like to see them play again later on in the year when they got a little more time under their belt.
Well, and that's the good thing for us is we get to see them towards the end of February against Albany as well, so we will be able to see them towards the end of the season after they get quite a few games underneath their belt. So tonight, the Platte Valley girls get a win tonight over King City, 50-18. The Albany girls get the first upset here at the Albany tournament tonight over the 4-seeded Princeton girls, 52-40. So it'll be Platte Valley versus Albany on Thursday in the 4:45 game. King City girls will take on the Princeton girls at 4:45. Tell me a little bit about what you think of that matchup coming up.
Well, tell me again which one you're talking about.
Well, just about both the matchups, Platte Valley versus Albany girls and then the King City versus Princeton girls.
With the Albany girls, one of the things it looks like with Platte Valley right now, everybody knows the co-op situation they've gotten into with South Nottoway. They picked up a girl from Northeast Nottoway to add to their squad, and I think right now the thing that jumped out at me in the first half watching the game is it just looks like nobody wants to step on anybody's toes. And they kind of got away from that in the second half. But Albany's going to have their work cut out for them. We'll find out whether this pressure that's been so good in these first two games, is it going to have an effect against Platte Valley. And the other thing is Albany's just not going to be able to have some of the offensive lulls that they've had in these first couple of games against Platte Valley and be able to survive. So obviously I think Platte Valley's the favorite. In the other game, Platte Valley, we're going to see who they play. They should have a very entertaining game because I almost guarantee you the Stanberry-Worth County boys game is going to be entertaining.
Or Stanberry-Worth County girls. Oh, you mean the Stanberry-Worth County boys tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, yes.
That's going to be an entertaining game to watch. But I think Platte Valley is right now head and shoulders above everybody in the tournament from a boys' standpoint.
And looking at tomorrow night's games, it will be the Stanberry girls, the 3-seed, taking on the 6-seed South Harrison girls to start out the night. I will have that call for you by myself tomorrow night, along with the Worth County Stanberry boys in the second game tomorrow night. That's the 4-5 game. And then Mike will join us again for the Worth County Pattonsburg girls game at 7:45. Final game of the night tomorrow night will be the Pattonsburg Albany boys. Again, tonight it was a fun one. And like to thank all of our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast, especially of this last game between Princeton and South Harrison. BTC Bank, locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center, locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Albany Hy-Vee, Schultz of Albany, and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. Smithfield Hog Production, Missouri. The Blessed Nest of Bethany. Jane Fordyce Insurance in Bethany. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, and the Printery and New Shopper in Albany. Remember, tonight's post-game brought to you by BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Mike, games 4 of 22 are done. Night 1 of 6 is done.
We're just about there.
We're just about there, exactly. We'll be back with 4 more games for you tomorrow night, starting with that Stanberry-South Harrison girls game here on Albany TV. For Jared Rolvis and Mike Atkins, so long and good night here from Albany.